Hello, everyone. This is Pam Hemphill. I'm telling you right now, I am so disgusted with all of you maggots are doing out there. I'm disgusted with you. Shame on you. You know that saying, the gates of hell have opened up? I'm sure that's what you're saying. But you know what I want to say? The gates of heaven have opened up. And God has a message for you. And I hope you're listening, and I hope you share this video, because you know that smear campaign you have going on about me. It's working, isn't it? For some people, but for the majority of us, it's not going to work. Good luck. And your goal has been to shut me up, and all you've done is help me talk even louder. You don't realize this, but I have been through so much in my life, and I'm an open book, that you can't keep me quiet. Your threats, and I'm going to share with you what happened yesterday. I have been threatened. This man that I've known since Ammon Bundy 5 years ago, I've seen him in Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, okay? I've known him. He was at all the events I was with when I was hanging out with Ammon Bundy and the far-right militias. I don't remember him that much. He looks so much different now. But he came to me. I was at an AA potluck, right? And enjoying myself. And I went outside with my dog and sat down and talking to other people. And he comes by. And now he was kind of watching me throughout the meeting. I noticed that. I thought, this is kind of weird. He came to me and says, do you remember me? And I said, no, because he looks so much different. But he said, well, I was with you, at the St. Luke's when you were yelling at everybody to leave. I was with you when I heard you talk about you didn't want ARs at the Capitol, and that kind of got a lot of people upset. But no, I've been following you. I know everything about you. But I'm here as a friend. This is how he came to me. I'm here to share with you as a friend. Yeah, really. He's a 3%er. I didn't know much about the Proud Boys. I didn't know much about anybody, especially Ammon Bundy. Shame on me. Last night I went and researched the 3%ers. They're extremely far-right militia group that are considered domestic terrorists. God, the people I was hanging around, it's kind of frightening now. But that's who he is. And I have a picture of him, and I have his picture of his tattoo. Patriot Outlaw. And apparently he's on parole right now. But he's trying to approach me as a friend, and he asked me, do you carry a gun? And I looked at him and I said, no, I've never owned a gun my whole life. There is this picture, I want to stop and explain this. It's all over the internet, where I'm holding this big, huge-ass gun. It was a toy gun. And the reason the girl, and I'm a people pleaser, it was on the New Year's party, 2021, right before January 6th. They know, they kind of made me the black sheep, because I was always out there saying I don't want ARs at the Capitol or any events. And you don't say that around Second Amendment diehards, So I had this little reputation of somebody that was against open carry, okay? Because it frightens children and people when you're at an event. I don't think it's necessary. So I allowed her to take the stupid picture, and then I got a hold of her. I said, look, take that down. That's not me. I don't believe in guns. I've never owned one in my whole life. But she wouldn't do it, and it went viral. It made me look like a terrible person because I said, it's a war, and I meant politically. Not today, you don't say those things. But, I was brainwashed by Trump first, and then all the MAGAs. But anyway, I just wanted to explain that. But he asked me, do you have a gun? And I said, no, I've never owned a gun my whole life. He said, well, you need to get one. And I looked at him, what are you talking about? For what? I'm not going to kill anybody. I was a police dispatcher in my 20s. I was going to become a police officer. I wanted to be a juvenile detective. I ended up working in graduating in a special program to become a certified alcohol and drug counselor, though, because I had a dream that I didn't pull my gun, because I won't. I don't have it in me. It's just not there. I could never hurt anybody. My mouth might hurt you, but I would never physically hurt anybody. And I don't believe in violence, especially gun violence. That's for protection. That's for defense in your own home. You know the reasons that are legal. However, he kept saying it over and over and over. You need to get yourself a gun. I have to tell you, I've been around and I've been listening, and they have a hit on you. Oh, wonderful. You know, I wasn't thinking, should have asked him if he'll come down with me to the police department and report this. I don't know, I guess I wasn't thinking. And so I'm going down today and I'm going to be reporting this. Hell yeah. You just woke up a real mama bear. You don't come to me and try to scare me. Nobody does. I don't care who you are. You can't bully me into changing who I am. I've been sober for 46 years because I follow the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous in my life. And I don't pick which parts of my life to apply the principles that I've been taught of forgiveness, to not hold on to resentments, to be honest, to keep your integrity. And when you're wrong, promptly admit it. And that's what I did about January 6th. I was wrong. I pleaded guilty because I was guilty. That's all there is to it. And I know I've had so many people that are, even some of my friends in AA that are Democrats, saying, yeah, but you didn't do anything wrong. I said, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I broke the law. Period. Black and white. And I don't want no more discussion about that. Don't be telling me I'm not guilty, because I was guilty. And you don't like that. That's the message I'm putting out there. I'm putting out a light on all the J6 defendants' lies and propaganda about what happened on January 6th. And I know what happened because I was there. Now, I wasn't on the other side. But I have enough video that could prove that you pushed the barriers. You pushed the officers. So don't try to gaslight me. But this message is to Steve Bannon and all you other maggots out there that are calling for violence. Now, given nobody that I know of, that I would even hang out, is happy about somebody being murdered. Now, you're upset about the message that a lot of people are putting out there, that all the things he said, and it's understandable why they would be so upset and maybe okay with him passing away. I get it. He was horrible. He spread propaganda. He spread white Christian nationals. He didn't like the black community or the LGBT. He was perfect, a saint. He wanted everybody following Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ never, their Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ never promoted any violence or hate. He loved everyone, just where they were, good or bad. Remember in the Bible it says, God puts the light on the good and the evil. But you're condemning people for what they're saying about him. Well, what about it? What about the things you've said about us? What about the smear campaign you're doing on me? Hypocrites. You're the biggest hypocrites I've ever come across in my lifetime. In a mass way, a big, huge, millions of you. The biggest hypocrites ever. I want you to know right now, I want you to hear this song. I'm exposing the darkness. I'm going to continue to put a light on your lies, your propaganda about January 6th. Nothing's stopping me. I turn my will and my life over to care of God every day. Whatever he wants for me, I'm okay with. And I know he does not want me to stop exposing the propaganda about January 6th. I don't believe so. Because I'm bringing the good, the truth about really what happened that day. And as long as you're speaking truths You have nothing to fear because you are doing God's will. And that's what he works. He wants the darkness to be exposed. That's all we're doing. And you don't like it. You don't like the fact that you are very hateful. You don't like the fact that you're racist. You don't like the fact that you're acting like, especially Trump and the Heritage Foundation and Project 2025, like it's you could compare it to Hitler. You don't like that, but it's the fact. You're saying all these names we call you, fascist, Hitler. If it looks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's fucking a duck. What's your problem? That's what your message is all about. And we expose it and you don't like it. Well, too bad. I don't care. You're not going to get me to stop saying that Trump is acting like a Hitler. You're not going to get me to stop saying you're fascist. You're not going to get me to stop saying anything about you that's the truth. The truth. Look at the black community and the hundreds of years they have suffered here in the United States. And you want me to stop talking about how you treat them? Because that was his message. That was Charlie Kirk's message. And the homelessness now. What was a newscaster talking about just kill them? Oh my God. You hear what's going on out there. I don't need to repeat it. Because I can make this video too long going over all the details. You got all the people out there sharing all this stuff. But I want you to hear from me. You are not going to tell me how I'm going to label you. I'll label you any way I want to. And I'm hoping that I'll do it in the spirit of truth. Not because I don't like you, not because I'm coming from a place of hate or resentment. I'm not. I'm not. I do pray for you, whether I like to do it or not. It tells me in my book that I pray for you for 2 weeks until I come to mean it. And sometimes I have to start off with saying, God, I don't mean this right now, but give them everything I want for myself. And you know, it works though. Within about 2 or 3 weeks, I am free of any hatred or resentment towards you. I'm praying for you to open your heart and see where you're going on the wrong path. You're not on the right side of history. You're not. If it wasn't for my sponsor, she was a beautiful black lady, I don't think I'd be here. Sober 43 years. You know, I need to shut up. I want to play this real quick for my daughter. I want you to know.
Expose the dark, them secret can't hide no more.
Expose the darkness. You can't hide no more. My daughter wrote this. Jamaica, Bob Marley. Expose the darkness. You can't hide anymore. Heaven's Gate.
Expose the dark, them secret can't hide no more.
Your secrets can't hide no more.
Lights are shining through the bust down every door.
Heaven's going to open every door.
Expose the lies, Babylon can't cover up truth.
They cover up truth.
Jah word of fire burn them wicked from them roots.
The wicked will be exposed.
Therefore Jah hide upon them. No evil works can escape from Jah judgment. Darkness run where when the lion arose. Righteous are march till Babylon can't stand no more. Expose the dark, them secret.
The righteous are waking up. The righteous and those who believe in God know that it's their duty to expose the darkness, to expose your lies, to expose your racism, to expose your bigot attitude, to expose your child molesting behaviors, to expose the darkness. It's our duty. It's our duty. With love. Because when Yeshua was able to throw up those tables and talk back to the Pharisees. He did it with being assertive, with love. Because sometimes it's necessary to rock the boat and tell them what they do not want to hear. But too bad, because you need to hear it. You're given a chance. You're given a chance right now to, what am I wanting to say? You're given a chance to get honest with yourself and with God and get rid of your hatred. Get rid of your hatred. We don't need that in America. We have enough. Some of us have enough hatred towards ourselves. We don't need your help. But get rid of your hatred and your lying and your propaganda. Let's get back to fact-checking. Let's get back to being honest about the facts. Stop the gaslighting. Stop the gaslighting. We were there on January 6th. A lot of us know what happened. You can't do this anymore. Your time is up. And you know, Trump's time is up. He knows he's going to be exposed to the Epstein files. He knows that. So he's desperate. He ain't cared about anybody but him. And if a civil war broke out, so be it. And I've been telling you about Plan B with Ivan Racklin and Michael Flynn and now Ammon Bundy, that what they plan to do is start their own grand jury and get a constitutional sheriff. I don't know why they call them constitutional sheriffs, because they don't follow the Constitution, but they're interpreting the Constitution as if this is legal for them to do, and they're going to gather up officials, bring them to their grand jury, and try them for treason, and you know the penalty of treason is death. So, anyway, you've been warned by me that the heaven gates have opened up, and more of my prayer warriors and more of us that trust in God will be speaking out louder than you've ever heard. Our representatives that have a belief and faith in Jesus Christ will stand up and push back on you in a legal and peaceful manner, because we don't believe in any other way of fighting back you except for with peace and love and forgiveness. But damn, are we going to keep our mouths shut and not put a light on your propaganda lies and your horrible hate that you're spreading out there. It's got to stop, and it's going to start with somebody. Won't you be the one to get it started, Mega? Why don't you be the peacekeeper? We're working on it. We're here to talk to you. We want to listen. We want to hear your side of the story. But you don't want to hear ours. I want to ask you one question, and I'll end it with this. Have you ever went out with somebody from the LGBT community, or a congressman, a Democrat, or anyone you opposed their opinions with, and just sat down with them and didn't talk politics, just learned about who they were, their upbringing, how they feel about life and the nation right now? Got to know them. And try to keep the politics out of it, though. Just get to know them. Well, I have. And now I know why I should have always been a Democrat, because they're beautiful, wonderful people. I would not be with a party of hate and revenge and doing a lot of propaganda. Oh, you got your bad apples in both parties. Come on. There's humans. And they make us look bad. Just like the shooter. But you want to put everybody in the category of that shooter, instead of recognizing that we got lone wolves that do listen to what you say. Your words have power. Power to destroy and power to heal. Which one are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to continue with your lies and your propaganda? Or are you going to choose to try to bring this country together? What will history say about you? That you brought division and hate and discord, or you brought us together to speak to one another and understand one another and stay within the Constitution of the United States. This is how we win. By going along with the Constitution, the system works. It's not broken, and Trump can't take our Constitution away from us. The majority wins, whether I like it or not, or you like it or not. We are a democracy. And that's why this is a great, wonderful country. God bless you. God bless America.